And last year, I plucked the white hair out from over here. Finally was able to get my husband the PS5. Like some websites, you just have no chance because of the bots and stuff. Once you have your house or anything broken into, it doesn't feel the same. A lot of it has to do with getting robbed, and I feel like if we hadn't got robbed, I'd probably still be oversharing some shit. Whenever I see stuff like that, and then again, this person shares stuff about being lonely, when I've literally seen people like ask to hang out, I'm just like, damn, that's sorry to me. Hey you guys, this is part 2 to my whatever I call it. We're gonna be doing the hair. I'm gonna be talking some more bullshit with you guys. I guess if you want to hear what else I have to say, just keep watching. Okay, so the hair is kind of air drying a little bit right now. I would like to get it colored again. I don't really want to spend the money. Like the price isn't too bad, but I don't really care to pay that much either, you know what I mean? I guess to go on some more tangents. So what we discussed in the first video was, we talked about me getting robbed, things I find annoying or what I think is stupid about social media. So definitely check that out if you want to hear my unpopular opinion. Oh, we talked about the PS5 GameStop type of ordeal. Go check out that first video. I'll have it somewhere in the cards. Here we're just gonna talk a little bit more BS, and I'm going to do something with this hair. Social media can be pretty toxic. I don't really know what else to say about it. Everybody knows that it's the like 90 to 95% fake. We share what we want people to see. We create this online life that's almost separate from our real life, and we turn it into the perfect life that we portray to other people, that we want people to think that we live, and it's just not ideal, you know? Like my husband reminds me all the time, like, nobody's life is really like that. We have to remember, we don't know what people are going through. We don't know what happened leading up to that moment before they posted it. And it might have been an amazing day, an amazing moment, but what happened in the days before or after that, you know what I mean? Like, you just never know. So with that being said, social media is fake. It's toxic. It also ends up being what you make of it. So if that stuff just rolls off your shoulders and you don't give a shit and you're just gonna do what you're gonna do, you know, good for you. I wish I had that mentality, but I don't. If you're somebody like me who takes everything literally, who compares yourself to everybody else and just needs a break, then delete your shit. You know that you're a bad bitch and, you know, or bad dude, whatever you want to call yourself. It's not real. What a lot of people post online isn't the whole thing, and their life isn't that perfect, and you know, you have your own set of accomplishments and things achieved, and you know, things that you have that other people would kill for. So you never know who's watching. You never know who's looking at you with envy, and yeah, you never know who's watching. So just be careful what you post, because that could go both ways. It could be, you never know who's like envying your life while you're envying somebody else's life, but you also never know who the hell is scoping you out while you post your intimate details online about where you're at, what you're doing, where you live. So just be careful. I'm going to be taking the Tresemme Keratin Smooth with marula oil. I've had this for like years. I don't really believe in setting sprays, and I say that just by like, I don't think they work. Or setting sprays, heat protectant sprays. I don't think neither one of them work, to be honest. I have a heat protectant spray, I have setting sprays, but I just don't think they work. I just think that they're kind of one of those products that they put a name on, they tell you it does this, you buy it, and you're still frying your hair and your makeup's still gonna come off. But we buy it anyway because of who has it, who markets it. It's cute, it's a decent price, or you know, so-and-so has it. Yeah, I don't know. I do think they're a waste of money. I don't, again, believe it. Heat protectant sprays work, but that's just my opinion, an unpopular opinion. But if you're using it and you swear by it, either one, heat protectant or setting spray, you know, keep using it. You know, don't let me sway you into thinking otherwise. Just because it doesn't work for me and I don't care for it doesn't mean that it doesn't work for you. So I do need a haircut. If I do dye my hair, I want to go pink. Let me show you. what I want to go as. Oh, my phone too. So I have a Samsung Galaxy A51, something like that. I have that phone, but the screen went out. It doesn't work. It's black. You can't see anything. I get notifications. I can still get phone calls. Whenever you turn it on and off, the Samsung logo comes up. But after that, nothing. You can't, like, it literally, it's a screen like this. Like, you can't. I'm using an old phone right now. It's the iPhone 6 Plus. I don't care for iPhones, to be honest. This is an adjustment going from my Galaxy back to an iPhone. But I don't really miss it. I'm sorry to those who like Apple. But I don't miss the iPhone. Probably put it up on the screen. But I really like that pink. I love that pink color. It's like, just like a soft, rosy pink. And I kind of want that, but I'm just afraid it's not gonna look good on me. I want to start posting more regularly, but I just, again, right now, I've just been like in and out of doing things. I have had no motivation lately to do anything. I've been tired. I've just been like low, really low. Could be the weather. It could just be being home all the time. Oh my gosh, the other day, I made some jalapeno grilled cheeses. They're so good. If you've never had them, you need to try them. They're so bomb. I regretted eating because I had two. I regretted it the next day, but they were worth it, you know? If you've never made them, the way I make them, I use 2 pieces of bread, obviously. I smear both pieces of bread with cream cheese. I place a normal piece of cheese, like just a yellow American cheese or whatever cheese you have on hand, sliced cheese. I place that on one of the slices of breads. I place some jalapenos on top of the cheese. Then I take shredded cheese. You can use Mexican blend, extra cheddar, like whichever shredded cheese you have or prefer. You sprinkle that on top of the jalapenos. You take the other slice of bread, you put it on top, mush it together, make sure it's all like nice and together. And then you stick it on the frying pan. I do medium heat, and you let it cook on both sides for about like, I think about 3 minutes each side, just to ensure, because I don't like it like too burnt or too crispy. I just like it, like if my, you know, the normal color of toast, I just like it a shade and a half darker than that. You know what I mean? I burned my wrist right there on the frying pan yesterday. I think it was I was making pancakes for breakfast. I never crave those. I never want them, but past few days, like I made them once a few days ago, and I was like, damn, these are actually pretty good. I never really ever want them. It's very rare. I mean, they're not bad, just sometimes they're too sweet for me, and I'm just not in the mood for just sweetness for breakfast. But yeah, I had those for like the last 3 days. This morning, I think I just had, what did I have this morning? I had some waffles that were in the freezer. I never crave those either. I never want them. I prefer pancakes over waffles. My husband bought this shampoo. If I can find it, I'll insert the picture somewhere in here because I'm not about to go get it. But it literally made my hair smell like gasoline. I think it's made for like dry scalp or something like that, but holy cow, my hair smelled like straight up gas from using that. This year, I'm gonna be 26. It's crazy how time flies. Like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I'll like reminisce and just think about just living with my parents and being home and playing with Barbies and Polly's and outside and swimming and just having it pretty easy. And like, my life isn't bad right now. It's just not what it used to be. And it used to be bill-free, carefree, imagination all the time. Yeah, and sometimes I'll almost make myself sick just thinking about it. And it just saddens me, I guess I should say. It just, how time flies and how, you know, things just aren't forever. And it's pretty morbid to think about, but I just wish we can go back and just relive it sometimes, or I do, and just enjoy a few more things a little bit more. Are you guys like that? Do you ever think about things or specific times in your life to where you're just like, damn, I wish I could go back and just relive it and just enjoyed it a little bit more. My older sister used to come over whenever I was younger every Sunday, and we'd play the Wii, we'd play Barbies, go outside with my younger sisters and ride the pedal carts, and go to my Mimi's house next door and bug her, watch TV, play on the computer, eat her food, or we go swimming outside. Obviously, I just miss things like that. Obviously, there's times I don't miss, like I don't miss high school. I miss certain times of high school. I take that back. I miss the football games, hang out with friends. I miss the easy days where we'd either be at pep rallies or our classes would just pop in a movie, or we could talk while we did homework and stuff. I miss that. Pretty soon I need to go see one of my teachers. Just need to make time to just say hi. I had this teacher, she was so nice. I know she thought the world of me, and I did think the world of her. I still do. I think she's a very nice person. But I never went and saw her like I said I was going to. I never kept in touch, and I need to. I really need to. We're not getting any younger, and she was just a favorite part of my high school years. Her class was easy, and usually it was fun. She taught like home ec and or family consumer sciences is what it was called. We did like sewing. That class was my favorite out of all the classes I had with her. It was easy. We got to cook, we got to sew, we got to talk, watch movies, things like that. The next class I had with her was something in parental guidance, I don't know, something like that. It was a baby class. We had to take home that baby. I got a 98. That was another thing I didn't understand. It was annoying, but it was easy. And a lot of these people only had it for like one night. I got it on a 3-day weekend, so I had it for 4 days and 3 nights. So I had it a little bit harder. And it was just like a pain in the ass. Like, some people would leave it in their cars. I think somebody said that they ran over theirs. Somebody just left it in the closet. I was like, why? It's an easy grade. Like, are you that lazy? Are you that worthless? Like, I know it's a toy, and maybe I shouldn't use the word worthless, but a lot of them only had it for like one night. You know, 1 or maybe 2 nights. They had it during the school week. I had to get it on a 3-day vacation. Some of these people also thought they were like cool. Like, I don't know, I ain't dealing with that shit type of people. I don't know. I remember this one time, and it was my freshman year. I had a class, her class, and a girl made me cry, right? So we were in a group. It was like me, this girl was older, by the way. She was like 2 grades ahead of me. It was me, her, and I believe one of my friends. No, we went down the table. I don't know, but it was a group of like 4 of us. It was the last class of the day, and we did like cooking, and I think we cooked cookies or something like that. And it was the last class of the day. As soon as the bell rang, the buses would wait like 5 minutes, literally, and her class was right next to the buses, but the girl that I'm talking about drove a car. Like, she didn't have to, you know, catch a bus in time. But we just got done baking. We set the cookies out or something, like whatever we cooked, and it was time for cleanup. Well, it was literally like 5 minutes before the bell rang, and we all started to clean up. Well, then the bell rang, and I'm not gonna say her name, but the teacher did say, for those who have to catch a bus, you can leave early. Like, you can leave when the bell rings, you know, but those who drive cars, I'd appreciate if you finish cleanup. I can kind of see why it's a little unfair, but at the same time, like, the ones who drive, you know, you don't have to worry about missing a bus, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure it was on like a Wednesday, and Wednesdays I had dance, so I could not miss this bus to take me to the grade school where my mom was, because my sisters were going to the grade school at the time, and then take me to dance. Like, she would have been pissed if she had to come to the high school. Okay, so the bell rang. Me and like the 3 other kids, I think it was 3 of us rode the bus, and then she drove a car. We left for the bus, and I didn't think nothing of it. Just grabbed my stuff and left. Apparently she left too, leaving our station a mess. We got in the next day, and the teacher went off on some of us. It wasn't just our group. I think another group did it, I'm pretty sure. But we got scolding. I just remember the teacher saying something like, you know, I understand everyone needs to put forth the effort to clean, but those who took a bus had to get on the bus, you know what I mean? And those who drove, I would appreciate it if you had stayed back and just straightened up a little bit more. Just basically like kind of calling us out. She specified that she knew the two groups that did it. One was ours, one was the other one, something like that. And the girl who drove was like, you know, I'm not cleaning up everybody else's mess. Like she always had an attitude. She always had something to say type of girl. And I remember at the time, I was like, it was still big into writing notes to each other. So I was writing notes to one of my friends, talking about what happened. Like after we got yelled at, we were supposed to be working on an assignment, and I was writing my note, and I said her name in the note, and her name had 2 G's instead of 1. And I didn't know that, but whatever. Like I was just telling my friend what happened, and the girl sitting beside me looks over, she's like, my name has 2 G's instead of 1, and you need to tell Miss so-and-so about the note you're writing about me. Like, just a fucking bitch, right? I covered it up, and I said, I'm just telling my friend what happened. I said, it has nothing to do with what happened to you. I don't know, she just started talking some other shit, and I just remember it made me cry. Yeah, I went to the bathroom, and there were some girls in there, and they were actually pretty nice. They were in her grade, surprisingly, and they're like, who did it? You know, kick their ass. I didn't even know these girls, but they saw how upset I was, and I was just like, thanks, but it's all right. I'm just having a shitty day. I went to the bathroom and I cried. I ended up flushing the note down the toilet because I don't know. You know, I probably shouldn't have been writing about the situation, especially in there at that class with her next to me. I threw the note down the toilet, so I couldn't get caught with it. So if she did decide to snitch and the teacher wanted to check my things, which she wouldn't have done that, but worst case scenario, like I wouldn't have had the note, right? So I go back to class, and she said it again. She's like, you need to tell the teacher about the note you was writing or something like that. And I told her, like, I flushed it down the toilet. It's like, I don't have it anymore. I think she left. She ended up just getting up and leaving. She also didn't show up to school for like a few days afterwards, so I guess she was just that pissed, whatever. After that class, and the bell rang and we're walking to the buses, one of my friends in there caught up to me, and she's like, are you okay? You know, everybody was talking about what happened, and they're talking about how sorry it was for her to make you cry and just all this stuff. And I said, yeah, it's fine, that's sweet. I don't know, it made me happy that people, I guess, felt bad for me and knew that the girl was in the wrong. But at the same time, it was just also embarrassing because I was crying in front of people, and yeah, all because she was just being a bitch. I mean, she wasn't just a horrible person, but that situation, she was just like, I think she knew she was in the wrong, but she didn't care, and she just didn't want to take the blame, and then wanted to, like, I don't know. I think also the note set her off, which I probably shouldn't have wrote it, especially in front of her. I could have just told my friend about it later on, but things like that sometimes too, just little scenarios in school, things that could have been prevented, or just things that were just stupid, you know, looking back on. I was a freshman. I thought I was the shit. I will say, back in high school, up until like I got with my husband, so sophomore and junior year, I was pretty cocky. I was a little back talking shit to like other people. Nowadays, I don't like confrontation. I didn't really care for confrontation then, but I was pretty cocky back then. I acted like my shit didn't stink. You know, I feel like at some point we're all like that as young adults and teens. Like, I'm not saying I was the hottest thing there. I was way skinnier. I did have a cute little figure because I danced, I'm not gonna lie. And I knew I had a cute little figure. I weighed like 105 pounds all throughout high school. I just knew as far as my figure, I looked good. My face, not so much. I was just cocky about it. Like, I was pretty confident. I think I'm about to go to the store. Thank you guys for listening to my tangents and my story times that I really suck at telling. Hopefully it was entertaining. If you haven't checked out the first video, go check it out now. It'll be in the card somewhere. All the products that I use will be linked down in the description below if you want to check them out. All the makeup products will be in the first video if you want to see that as well. I talk a lot of shit in that video too. It's a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. That'd help me out so much. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And follow me on my social media at KateFrancis24 on Instagram and Twitter. Anyway, I'm gonna go. And I think I'll see you soon. Bye.